Good morning, friends. Very good. Welcome to our presentation. Let us discuss today the vital chapter, that is general guideline for potency selection. The closer the similarity a remedy bears to the picture presented by the patient, the higher is the potency, provided no specific contraindications to the use of high potencies exist in the case. Second point, a prescription that is predominantly determined by the mentals in a case gives best results when higher potencies are employed. Point number 3, with remedies that are inert in the crude state, higher potencies give better results. Point number 4, a potency which has helped a patient in the past should not be lightly changed, otherwise a needless aggravation may be precipitate. Point number 5, in chronic cases when the highest potencies have been tried with progressively decreasing responses, the 30th potency repeated to the point of reaction works satisfactorily. Again, under general guideline, point number 6, when an allergic patient reports with the same old symptomatology after a long remission from a constitutional remedy in a high potency, the use of the same potency might this time precipitate a severe aggravation. A careful homeopathic physician will go back to the medium range and observe the response carefully and regulate further repetition accordingly. Point number 7, when a remedy is prescribed on poor indications or only for a particular effect, the potency that acts best is the one in the lower range. At times, even the mother tincture for this purpose, potencies beyond 30 should not ordinarily be used. Point number 8, in acute illness affecting vital organs, a different response is seen according to the potency employed. High potencies frequently repeated lead to a crisis. Medium or low potencies with frequent repetition lead to a lysis. Point number 9, high potency, the indications are: number 1, extremely close correspondence of a remedy to the picture as presented by the patient. Number 2, predominant mentals in a case. Number 3, acute illness with a change in the vital organs and poor response to the medium range of potencies, although the remedy is indicated unmistakably. Under these circumstances, the remedy is repeated frequently till a definite response is seen and continued for about 12 hours after defervescence. Otherwise, there is a relapse. Point number 4, allergy to chemical or drugs. Such cases are known to respond dramatically to the same chemical or drug administered in high potency. Point number 5, cases no longer respond to lower potencies, indications remaining the same. Higher potency must be given. If it is decided to prefer a NOSOTS for poor reactive state, then a high potency repeated infrequently is employed. The contradictions of higher potency: number 1, advanced pathological changes in the vital organs, which also indicate the use of deep acting constitutional remedies. This state is signified by the predominance of the symptoms of the disease, the individual symptoms pointing to the remedy being scanty. Number 2, hypersensitive patients tend to provide practically every remedy administered to them. They respond best to the 30 and 200 potencies. Persons with skin allergy should be included in this category. Then let us come to low potency, the indications. Number 1, cases in which symptoms of the disease predominant, indicating gross advanced pathological changes in the tissues and organs. Remedies which are not properly proved and are generally employed for particular effects in a definite sphere. For example, Thalassi bursa pastoris, Pereira brava, etc. Point number 3, remedies in biochemic practice are generally administered in the lowest range in the decimal scale. When these remedies are administered for greater specificity, however medium or higher potency are employed. Point number 4, contraindications. The guidelines are: number one, hypersensitive patients who show a tendency to come down with medicinal aggravations. The second contradiction, remedies that are highly active in the crude state like phosphorus are not tolerated in the lower potencies. The 30th is the safest to employ. Cases with predominantly mental symptomatology will not respond to the range. Medium potency, the mediums are the only potency that can safely be employed in the hypersensitive patient. It should be a general rule to commence the treatment with the 30th potency if one entertains any doubts about the accuracy of the prescription or about the probability of an aggravation. In some of the skin allergies, it is a good practice to call the patient every day to note the effects of the previous single dose of a remedy like sulfur 30 and to repeat till either definite amelioration is seen or a slight aggravation makes its appearances. Thank you very much for kind listening.